So I thought the best way to start would just be to answers anyone's questions. And I can do a screen share if you need to show you how to do each step specifically. So yeah, so let's just start there. Are there any specific questions that anyone has that I can answer? And just remember to unmute yourself.
Hey, Professor. Yeah, screen share would probably be the best for me, just so I
Okay.
can get an idea of where to get started and what you're looking for.
Okay, sure. So you should be able to see my screen now.
Are you going to show like from the very beginning how to sign up for this website?
I can do that.
Yeah, because I think yesterday I was trying to sign up and it was asking me for my login information, and
Okay.
I think I chose Facebook, and I don't know if I even like signed up correctly.
Well, there are a number of ways that you can do it. So you don't have to do it through Facebook if you don't have like a social media. I typically don't tie things together because, like I said before, I think social media is the devil. But
Okay.
If you're comfortable doing that, then you can, but you do not have to. So this is the screen when I go to Wix.com. Oh, it looks like someone else trying to join. Give me a second. Yes. So yeah, they should be coming in. Yes. When you go to Wix.com, this is the main screen that you'll see, and you'll just go to sign in here. If you don't have a sign in, then you'll see the sign up page. You'll put in your name. I'll do a dummy account. Let's do this one. Actually, I don't want to start a whole account because then I'll have to delete it and I don't want to do that. But when you sign up, put in your email, type your email again, choose a password and type in your password again. Like you said or mentioned, you could just continue with Facebook or Google, and then you would sign up using those credentials. So like your username with Facebook and your password with Facebook, or your username with Google, or your password with Google. Once you did that and you signed in, my homepage is going to look a little different because I have a number of sites created already, but you'll get to a site that looks like this. Or actually, that's a lie. Because you'll get taken to, I'll go ahead and create one and then I'll just delete it. So let me just do this so that you can see what it looks like. You'll get taken through like a series of screens to help you build your first website. So I'm signing up, it's thinking about it, and then it's going to walk me through some builder questions. So once I get here, I answer the question. If I'm creating this site for a client, which you're not doing, then don't click this link. You can click get started, or you can hit this skip button on the right bottom. If you hit the skip button, you won't go through the screens to help you develop the site. It'll take you just
Sorry, Professor Hardy. We can only see your screen now that says My Sites. I don't know if you're sharing a different screen.
I am sharing a different screen. Hold on. Let me go back. Thank you for letting me know.
Thank you.
All right, so now you should be able to see it. So what you missed and not what you didn't see before is I went in and put in a email address and password, and it took me to this screen. So if you go to Wix.com right now, you'll see the sign up page it'll just have 2 lines for emails where you put your email first, and then you'll check it to make sure it's right. And then it'll have 2 lines for password where you'll put what you want your password to be, and a verification of what your password is. So actually, let me see if I can do it again, since you weren't able to see that one. It might take me to, because I already signed in, so it won't take me there. But let me try one more thing so you can see what that would look like. maybe it'll work. No, it won't work anymore. But you'll get to a screen. That screen is easy enough to understand. It's just sign up, use your email, and then create a password. Once you do that, you'll be taken to the screen. Like I said, on that screen, you can use your Facebook login or your Google login if you choose. But I just created I didn't use either of those and just went with my email address. So once you do that, you'll be taken to this screen. Like I said, you can hit get started, which will take you through a series of screens to help you create the website, or you can hit skip. If you hit skip, it'll take you to a page where you can start and choose templates. But I would recommend, if you've not used the site before, just to hit this get started button. So I'm going to do that right now. So it'll ask me some questions. So for this, it'll say, what kind of website am I trying to build? And for the purpose of this class, you can go with portfolio. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to stick with that option. The benefit of choosing one of these, or even for putting in something in a blank. So let's say I was doing a hair salon, just so you can see that I could do that. The benefit of doing this is that it will showcase templates on their website that are built for that kind of business. So to the extent that you can, because portfolio is one of the primary options, we're going to go with that. But again, you can choose whatever you want. If you choose consultant, that doesn't mean that you won't be able to see all of the template options. Again, it's just going to push you towards template options that work for that. And for those of you who don't know, I'm using the word template. That is sort of like the base for how your website will look, so that you don't have to start from a blank screen. It'll give you sort of the colors and images and format to start from, just so you're not starting from scratch. So for purposes of this assignment, I'm going to choose portfolio. So I've done that. And then I'm going to hit next. Once I do that, then it's going to ask me what I want to call it. You can change the name at any time. For this, I'm going to say Florence Hardy, because this is a portfolio about me. And then I'll hit next. If you want to put in something else, if you have a nickname, I don't care what you call it, but you can call it whatever you like. Then you're going to hit next. And then you're going to put what your goals are for your business. For the purposes of this class, again, this isn't, you can choose whatever it is that you want. Primarily, you want to promote yourself or offer services, but you can choose any of these options that you'd like. Again, it won't take away any functionality from your website that you're creating. It'll just suggest templates that will do or help you meet the goals that you set. So if you want to promote yourself, it'll give you templates where you're doing that. If you're trying to sell stuff, then it'll give you templates where there's an e-commerce option. If you're trying to collect leads, then it'll give you a template that has a contact us button near the top or on multiple pages of the website, those kinds of things. For purposes of this class, we're going to go ahead and do promote myself and then hit next. And then these are just recommended. Same thing as before. None of these are necessary or mandatory. They're just nice to have if you wanted to build these things into your website or choose a template that has these things already built in. None of these are necessary. You will have a video page on your website, so you can choose that, but you don't have to. We can always add the video later. And in fact, I won't click it so I can show you that if you decided not to click it, you can choose it later. I'm also going to undo the chat button because that is not necessary for the purposes of this class, but you can always go back, and if you feel like you've missed something or add something, you can do so. You won't be able to add it via this this questionnaire that you're going through. You have to add it another way, but I'll show you how to do that as well. So then I'm just going to go ahead and put blog, because blog is one of the, I think that's one of the pages I asked you to put on your website. So I'm going to put blog. I'm purposely not putting video so that I can show you how you can add video later. So we'll go to next after we do that. And then it goes to have you created a website before. If you have not, you would just click, this is my first time. And then you get these two options. So the first is you will, if you click this start now, you will answer a few more questions and then a website will be created for you with all of the custom information that you put in it. I've never done it that way just because I think I would still have to go back and customize things after it's done. But if you wanted to try it, you could do so and then you would just follow the instructions. What I'm going to do instead is choose a template and it'll highlight those templates that fit those requirements that I've answered or for the questions that I've answered already. So once I hit choose a template, then all of these templates comes up. You can see here that these are portfolio websites templates. So I'll go through and I'll pick one that I like. I could like it because of the font that's used, because of the color, because of the pictures. It doesn't matter what's in it. Also remembering that even whatever you choose, you can change everything about it, but it's just a base so that you don't have to start from scratch. So what I'm going to do is choose a very basic one. I actually don't see one that I like here. That doesn't seem, I actually choose, yeah, I'll go with this, but you can go through, if you scroll down, you'll see there's 4 pages of templates that you can go through. You can choose any one of them. Again, I don't care which one you choose one that you at least like the basis of. I think this one is a really good one because it's simple, straight to the point. It says it's for acting, but again, you can use it for anything. I'm just going to choose this template because it looks visually appealing to me. So there's 2 things that you can do at this point. Once you've decided to choose a template, you can hit view or you can hit edit. I would start by clicking view because when you hit view, it shows you what the website will look like. It'll give you a full demo of if you don't change anything, how the website will look at its base. Again, you'll be able to change everything, but if you're like, oh, I don't like that anymore because it has too many pictures and it'll take me too long to delete all the pictures or what have you, then you might then choose a different template. But again, no matter what template you choose, you'll be able to make any change that you want to it. So I'm still going to choose this one. So I'm going to hit edit from this point. Once I hit edit, it's going to think about the template and then bring it up for me. So let's see how long this takes. Are there any questions so far? Is this pretty easy to understand? Hope so.
So just
Yeah,
how
you're
you,
good, thank you.
Oh,
How you-
okay.
I'm sorry, how you selected it? How there was like a box or something to check to select it, or how did
So
you like?
when you, I don't know. So when you're here, you can hit edit. So I just hit edit to select it.
Just click edit. Okay.
Or if you hit view first because you want to see how it looks, you can hit view, but then you would hit edit here on this bottom part. So you see that edit. So you have 2 places where you can hit edit from. All right, so now I'm here. So once I get here, I can make any change that I want. I can change the color, I can change the font, I can change where the pictures are, etc. The purpose of choosing a template though is that you don't want to change too much. You don't want to change where things are, especially if this is your first time creating a website. You don't want to too much change where things are, but you know, you're not Daniel Martinez. You don't want Daniel Martinez's picture on your website. So you're just going to hit the link. I just left click it to get rid of those menu buttons on the left side of the screen. And now to move forward, anytime you want to change something, you're going to left click it. So I want to change how this says Daniel Martinez. So I just double clicked it, double clicked it regularly on the left click, not right click, left click. So mostly everything that you do on the website is going to be left click, not right click, just so you know. Just like with anything else, you're going to left click it. And now I can change it to say, my name is Florence Hardy. And when I go over here, Now this part is kind of tricky, which might be, but let's try and get through it because this is the template that I chose and you might choose a template that has this. So when I when I left click this, it has manage columns. So when you're dealing with columns, that has to do with, this is column 1, this green side, and then this picture is column 2. In order to change the picture, I have to click it someplace where it doesn't, I think it says maybe change column background. So if I change column background, you can see here that this picture comes up and I don't want that image. I want a different image. So I'm going to hit image and then it'll take me to a screen where I can add different images. Now, if I don't, of course, my picture isn't going to be in the media library. So at this point, I have to upload my own media. You're going to upload your own media numerous times as you're going through this creation process, because you might want to upload your resume, you might want to upload other pictures, etc. So this is how you would do that. So I'm just going to upload media, upload from my computer, try and find a picture of me someplace. None of those are pictures. Ah, stupid mouse. Hello, I don't have any pictures of me on my computer. That's weird. Nope, that's not me. That's weird. Maybe I moved them. I think I moved them. Let's do this one. So this has words on it. You will choose whatever picture you want. I'm just choosing this one because I think it's a pretty good picture of me. And it has words on it, but I don't have to, you can disregard those. You don't have to include those on yours or anything like that. So then once I hit change background, it changes the background to my picture. Again, disregard the words. That's just the picture that I chose. So you would be able to do that. All right, my mouse. So then I'm going to scroll down and then there's this about me section. So if you remember from the assignment, there are a couple of sections or pages that you need to create. The next thing that I'll do is I'll show you how to just do it if you're going to do it by section. And then I'm going to show you if you want to add pages for different things. So in this particular website, he's created this menu and everything is on one page. If you remember from the instructions from the assignment, you can create a one-page website that has different sections, or you can create a multiple page website where all of the documents are on a separate page. In this instance, it's all on one page. So this is how you would do that. This is a menu. So to add a menu or if you choose a template, it'll already have a menu on it. You would just select the menu. So left click the menu, and then you will go to manage menu. Once you went to manage menu, it would show you all the different sections of that website. If it's a one-page website, or all the different pages of that website, if it's a multiple page website. So here's the other thing to note too. Whatever template you choose, that template will already have predetermined if you're going to have multiple pages or if your website will be one page with different sections. There's no need for you to change that. So whatever template you choose, just go with that. You just may need to edit the sections and or the pages based on the website. I hope that that's not too confusing. But in this case, this is all a one-page website, and you can tell that because if I scroll down, all the information that's on the menu is on this page. And if I want to see how it looks in real time, what I would do is hit this preview button here. It'll show me the page. I can hit the link. Oh, that's different. And it'll scroll down to the different parts. So that's how I know it's one page. When I hit it, the page doesn't change, it just scrolls down. if it were multi-page website, when I hit the link, a new page will pop up instead of just the page scrolling down. So you can always, while you're updating your website, you can preview it to see how it looks in real time. So then you're going to go back to the editor. If you're going to that preview screen, you might want to put some new words here. Again, you want to edit the template or customize the template every place you can. So this is where I will put professor, consultant, attorney. Put whatever words you like. You don't have to put those words, of course, but you want to make sure that I do want to make sure that it doesn't say actor, comedian, or whatever, because that's not me. So again, if it has something that you have to change or customize, make sure you do that before you turn in your assignment. Now, one of the things too that I also mentioned is that as you, for this week, your website will not be complete because you don't know what to put in all of the sections, right? So you may not have a video. Your portfolio section is going to be empty because that's what you're working on next week in the class. But you at least want to create those sections so that when you have that information to put in, all you got to do is upload it. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for you. So then you're going to scroll down, and this has an About Me section. Remember, as a part of this, I think I said you needed a bio. I'm pretty sure I did. So this is where you would cut and paste your bio. So in this instance, what I'm going to do is I have a bio someplace on my computer. So I'm going to search for a bio. If you don't have one, then write one. But I have a couple of bios on my computer already. So I'm going to find one and then highlight this entire text here. Oop, and change it. So now I've changed it. So now the bio section is done. I don't have to change the colors or anything. This one is a button that says view for your website. I'm not sure where this goes. So for me, I would hit preview to see where the button goes in the template to see if I want it to go there, because I may just delete it altogether. So I'm back in the preview mode. I'm going to hit the full view and it brings out this resume on the side, which is actually pretty good. So again, like I said, you can choose to use this or not. Because we have a resume as a part of the assignment, I'm going to choose to use it. So I'm going to go back to the editor. And for this particular button, I can hit, I'm going to hit, oh, that's what that is. To change this particular one, this one is linked to something called a Lightbox. So when I go to my menu, which is on the here on the left, it has this button here. I can tell it's a Lightbox because when I hit this link here, it told me what the button was connected to. So when I hit that button, it said right now, this button is connected to a Lightbox that has the title bio. So when I went back to the menu, I can say, oh, here's a Lightbox that's entire bio. So I can select it by hitting these three buttons on the right. And it should let me change it, I think. Maybe not. Oh, let me see. Maybe not. So if I go here, okay, this is where I have to go. So I've not used Lightboxes before. So that's why, you know, like I said, I'll give you some time to muddle through the site. This is actually pretty advanced. I could change it via this way, but I don't want to because I think that's too advanced for someone who's never built the site before. So I'm actually just going to delete the button altogether. So now that I've deleted the button, I still need to put in my resume somehow. So you can either choose to cut and paste or add it some other way. So what I am going to choose to do is I'm going to add a section. So that the way you add a section is you go to the plus. Whenever you want to add something to your website, whether it's text, pictures, a document, what have you, you're going to go to this add button on the left side of the screen. When you go to that add button, these are all the things that you're able to add to your site. To add a section to your website, you're going to hit strip, because these websites are easy to navigate because they're in strips. So I'm going to say I want to just add a classic strip. So I've added it. By default, it's going to put the strip that you add at the bottom of your website, just like it is here. It doesn't look like it's at the bottom because this is actually the footer. But if you want to move it, you just hold down the left button and then you just scoot it up to wherever you want it. So in this case, I want the strip to go right under the About Me. Oh. But first, I have to make space for it, it looks like. So the way I'm making space for it, show you how I did that, is when you have a space on your website that you want to change, you're going to click the box. So I want the new box to go in between the About Me section and the Show Reel section, which essentially is a video section. So I don't want the videos to be next because I want to add my resume in between the bio and the videos. So in order to move this section down, I'm going to hit this drag button. I'm just going to hold it, left click it, and then hold it. And then scoot it down so that there's space. And I'm going to go back, add my strip because I deleted it for the time being. I'm going to left click, hold it up, pull it up, pull it up. And now I can put it right under the About Me section. See, so now now there's a blank area and now there's the video section. So in this section is where I will put my resume. So you have two options in how you can put in your resume. The first is one that we've discussed already. So the same thing that we did here when we cut and paste, you can do the same thing in this strip. However, you would first need to add a text box because remember this strip is empty. So you're going to add a text box. So I'm going to the plus, I'm going to select text. I'm going to choose from the different options. Here, I'll choose a paragraph. And now I have a paragraph. Once I double click it with the left click, that's how I change the color, the size, the font, etc. Just to make it easier for you all to see, I'm going to select the white so that you can see the text on the black background. And you can also change the background of the strip by left clicking the background of the strip and then selecting a color. So I just did that, but I'm going to leave it black for now, but that's how you would do it if you wanted to. And then once I did this, I would do the same thing. So I would find my resume on my computer, and then I will copy and paste it into that text box. The text box will automatically get bigger if your resume is bigger, so you don't have to worry about trying to fix it to size. So let me find the resume here. And you should all know how to cut and paste from a resume. So I'm going to I'm just selecting the first page or some stuff on my resume, not the whole thing, just to show you how you can copy and paste. Hey, mouse, where are you? There you are. I think my mouse battery is dying, so it is hard to navigate. Hold on. Okay. All right, so now I'm back. You should be able to see my screen again. So I have went to my resume, I copied and pasted. This is selected already. So I'm just gonna hit Control V and paste it in. Oh, and the font color changed because the font on my resume was black. So I'm just gonna highlight it all again. Oh, why won't you do it? and make it white so that you can see it on the black background. All right. And then see how it's all squished. I don't have to leave it that way. I can widen it by hitting the sides and stretching it out. All right, I'm just not gonna use that mouse anymore because it's frustrating me. All right. So you can see here in this instance, my resume is longer than the section. So I will go back, hit the section again. And now where, as opposed to if I went to the top, it says drag, meaning I move this section up and down. I want to stretch out this section. So I'm going to go to the bottom and then just stretch it as far as I need it to go. So that's a little down too far. And I'll just keep stretching it until I can see the full resume or the part that I copied. So then that is how you add your resume section. Oh, I guess I forgot that part there. Are there any questions so far? I might be moving too fast because I've done this before. So let me know if something's confusing or not. So this is the resume section.
Professor,
Yes.
how do you go to the resume? Like, is there a link now? If you're on top of the website, you click
That is a
something.
very good question. It is not going to be automatic. So the same way that you have to add a link in your menus. So remember we deleted that button that went to the bio. So we're going to go back here. So there's a couple ways you can do it. You could click here. If you left click it, it'll say manage menu. And then once you hit manage menu, you can decide if you're going to what you need to add. So in this case, actually, no, that's wrong. We want to do something else first. If it's going to be different depending upon if you have a multi-page website or a single page website. I'm going to assume you have a single page website because most of the templates, especially if you choose portfolio as your option, are going to give you a single page website. And then I'll show you how to do a multi-page in case that's necessary. So if I am on a single page website, the way that I now add this to the menu is I go to the plus button. What I'm going to do is add something called an anchor. So before I do that, you can see when I go to the menu here and I hit manage menu, there are these anchors on the side. What anchors are they are short links to parts of a one-page website. So if I go down, you'll see that there are places where they're anchors. So here's an anchor right here. There's another anchor right here. So those are shortcuts to get you to the website. Why is this doing that? I don't want this. Okay, so I'm gonna fix this real quick. So I just have a big gap in my website. Remember that I said if you want to move the gaps, you have to use the drag button. Why isn't it? I don't know why that's there. Let me do that. Okay. So I've gotten rid of that big gap now. But you can see, like I was saying, that there are these anchors. So what you want to do is you want to create an anchor at every section that you want to shortcut to in your menu. So the first thing that you're going to do is create the anchor, and then you're going to add the anchor to your menu. So the way that you do that is you hit the plus sign, and then anchors are under, what are they under? Menu and anchor right here. So you're going to hit menu and anchor. You're going to select anchor. There's only one type of anchor. So you're just going to add it by clicking it, and then you're going to name it. So in this case, I'm going to name it resume. And now I can move this anchor any place I want on my website. So I can generally you want to put it right at the top of the section that you want it to jump to. But if I wanted to, for some reason, I could put it in the middle, etc. So I've created the anchor and put it at the top of the website. The next thing I'm going to do is, now that I've created the anchor, I'm going to add the anchor to my menu. So to do that, I'm going to go back up to the menu. And just so you know, you can either go to your menu from here, manage menu, or you can use this little page button right here that says menus and pages. They both go to the same thing. It doesn't matter which one you use. But I'm just going to go to the menu at the top, hit manage menu. And then I'm going to add, oh, nope, that's not it. Bing, bing, bing. I'm going to add, I think, yes, I'm going to add a link using this link and this plus sign. So once I hit this, it'll say, what do I want to add? So I want to add an anchor. And I'm going to choose the anchor that I want. It's the home page. I want it to go to resume, and then I'll hit done. So now I'll type in resume to name the name, to keep the name on the menu the same as the name of my anchor. I'm just going to add resume. I'm actually going to delete bio because I'm taking out that lightbox thing. So now when I go back to my menu, you don't have to hit save or anything. You can hit save, but you don't have to because it saves automatically. But I just like to hit save whenever no, I'm not going to hit save because then it'll make me do something else. So now when I go back up, you can see that bio is gone and resume is now a part of the menu. Does that make sense? Kind of fast, easy to do.
Yeah, it is a very nice feature.
Yeah, okay. So that's essentially all you need to do by Friday of this week. Is you're going to go ahead, click the one page or create a one pager or multi-site website. I'll show you how to add the page if you want to add it as a page, your resume too. And just get in the sections. So I chose a template that didn't have enough sections, so I had to add this one. But you can see it already has a video. Sorry about that, my internet dropped. So I'm gonna go back here.
I was wondering if it was mine because all of a sudden I didn't hear you.
It's mine, it's mine. Okay, so like I was saying, I chose a template that had most of the sections that I needed, but not all, so that's why I had to add that one. But in this one, it already has, it was called show reel, but I'm just gonna change that to video because that's what it is. And then I can scroll down. You don't need a photos part, but if you wanted photos, you can add photos. As long as you have the minimum that I asked for, you can keep whatever else you wanted. So like if you needed to add a blog section, if you needed to add the portfolio, you would just do it the same way that we did when we added the strips. And then you do need a contact section. So here there's another picture. So again, you would just click it, change strip background. Once you do that, okay, change column background, there it is. Hit image, find an image of yourself or somebody else. I'm just gonna choose one from the website. And so it's easier, and then update your contact information. So I don't need all these people. I'm just gonna have my information here. So I would delete all the sections that I don't need. And then that's it. So the last thing that if anyone chooses a multi-page website, let me know and I can show you, but essentially adding a page is the same as adding an anchor. So you would go to this menus and pages, that menu would come up and then you would just hit add page. And then you could say what you want the page to be. Is it a blog page? Is it a projects page, etc. So I do have some students who've already finished the assignment And what they did was essentially, they said, oh, we need a portfolio page. Portfolio is like projects, so I'll just add a projects page. Oh, we need a blog, so I'll just choose a blog page. And they went that way. So you don't have to do it that way, you just can do it that way. And then if you didn't want to use these templates at all, you can go ahead and add a blank page. And then once you did that, you'd see the new page on the website. You'd be able to rename it if you wanted to, and then you would add whatever you want. So let's assume that I wanted this new page that I added a blank page. I'll go back here, stop that. It says new page, I'm gonna click it to change it to a portfolio. Now I'm done. I've added my portfolio page. Remember, you might not have anything to put on it yet, but it's now part of my menu. And if I want to go back to my home page, then I will go ahead and click the home button in the menu. Now that's the only thing about this website, is that the links don't work while you're editing the site. So the only way to navigate through your website while you're creating it is by using this menu tab and then selecting the button. You can see what it looks like as a real site again, using this preview button instead, but then you'll still have to go back to the editing function to make any changes. And of course, I have to change the name here. So just remember, you have to customize every section of the website that is going to stay. So I can't have it still saying Daniel, I forgot even what it said already, Hernandez, Martinez or something. I have to change that. The last thing that I'll say, and then I'll open it up if you want me to do something slower or do something again, is there's always going to be on any website that you choose on this, a social media button bar. If you have social media, you just want to click the bar, and then where it says set social links, this is where you would add whatever your social link is. So if you have Facebook, you will go here and you will put Facebook, whatever your page is. The default is that it'll take you to Wix's social media. So if you don't update it, then you haven't finished the website. So if you have social media, change the links on the page. If you don't have social media, which many of the students in the class do not, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to fake it or anything like that. Just delete the social bar by selecting it and then hitting delete. But if you have social media and you want it attached to your site, make sure that you customize where the link goes by hitting that set link button. So I'll show you how that happens again. I'm gonna left click it. I hit set social links. And then if I have Facebook, I go to the right here, select it, and then I'll put in whatever the link to my Facebook is. And then I'll hit, I don't know, I don't have Facebook, but let's just say I did, and then it will hit done. But say I have Facebook, but I don't have Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. Then once I go over it, I will just hit this trash button here, and then that link goes away. If I have a social media that I want to add that isn't a default, I would just hit add and then find it. So if you know what Blogger is, you can put in your Blogger social media. Again, you want to put in the link, www.blogger.com, and then hit done. So then when I do that, you can see my social bar has changed to just those two icons. So that's essentially what you need to do. I think the easiest way to navigate for this particular assignment is just to try and find a template that has most of the sections that we need. So you don't need to add a section because that seems to be the hardest part, is adding sections. But if you can find a template that already has a video section, that already has a blog section, that already has a portfolio section, you can do that. That might be easiest to do. So now once I've done everything, remember, it saves automatically while I'm working on it, but you also want to hit save. You can hit it at the end or intermittently throughout, it'll ask you to name your website. It just puts my name because that's what I named it when I started. And then I hit done. Once I hit done, then it's saved. Then in order for me to see it, this is the most important thing that you need to remember as a part of this assignment. In order for me to see it, you have to hit this publish button to make the website viewable over the internet. So remember, this is just for this assignment. So if you don't want to keep this site up after the assignment is over, you would just go through the process of deleting your account on the Wix platform or deleting the website itself. And I can give you those instructions at the end of class of how to do that if you can't figure it out on your own. But you have to hit publish in order for me to see your website. So then once you hit publish, you'll get this link. This is the link that you need to send me as a part of the assignment. So generally when you have the assignment, you have to upload a document. The only thing you need to do for this week is send me this link in the assignment dashboard. So I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to copy the link and how do I do this? Oh, right. I'm going to go to Blackboard. You should be able to still see my screen. I'm going to sign in. And then my Blackboard looks different from yours. Not very much though, just a little bit. But I just want to show you how you can upload it. So I'm going to go to assignments. Actually, I'll do it as a student view. So I'll do it how you should see it. So this is how you see the website. Go to assignments, go to week 7, go to individual paper. And then once you're here, instead of browsing and attaching files, the only thing that you need to do is paste the link in the comment section. That's all you need to do. And then of course, submit it. And then once you submit it, then I'll be able to see it. It'll ask you this question, do you still want to submit? Yes, you do, because again, there's no attachments. Now I'm not going to do that because then I think I have to go back and do something weird to delete it. That's all you need to do to submit the assignment is send me the link so that I can see what you've done. Exit. All right, so I've been talking a long time and I know that I talk fast. So is there any, yes, questions that I can answer for anyone right now?
Well, I have a question, but that's not maybe about building of the website, but for like a videos and blog.
Okay.
The videos, they're supposed to be about like what I do at my work.
Well, at this point, you don't have to put anything in the video section because next week, I think I alluded to it last week, but next week your assignment will be, remember in week 6, you did a presentation. In week 8, you're going to record yourself giving that presentation, and then you will upload it to your website. So you can leave the video portion of your website blank for right now until you complete that portion of your assignment.
Oh, that explains so much because I didn't understand what kind of videos I have to record of myself. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, so that's why I said most of these sections on your website will be blank, which is why your website won't be due until the end of next week. But I wanted you to get started this week so you're not trying to learn how to do a website along with all of your other finals next week.
Okay, and then what would you require in that blog section? Is that also one of the assignments that we worked on?
Yes, so you're going to be editing some of your assignments and then uploading those as part of your blog.
Okay, because I was like, oh, I'm not a blogger, so
Yeah. So, and that's a good point. I will make an announcement that, there might be some sections of your website that are blank until you get the assignments next week. So thank you for letting me know that. So I will go ahead and make that announcement in case anyone else is confused.
Okay.
But yes, you want to complete what you can complete, right? So you can put up your resume. You can put up your bio. You can put in your picture, right? And so those things that you can't do, then I'm going to give you the tools to do next week.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
No problem. Are there any other questions?
I have a question, but it's not really related to the website. So
Okay.
is that okay for me to ask
Yep.
right now?
Perfectly fine.
So one of my assignments, like I submitted and I kind of totally missed the point on the assignment.
Okay.
Am I supposed to rewrite the assignment then, or should I just reach out to you for more guidance?
Yeah, just send me an email because I think I remember that assignment.
Yeah.
And so not all the assignments that we've done in the class are going to be part of the website, just some of
Okay.
them. So it may
Okay.
not be necessary for you to redo it at all.
Okay.
If you wanted to redo it, because if you were totally off the mark, I think you still got an okay grade on it. It just wasn't an A. If you wanted to redo it, then just let me know and I can redo it because I think it might have been confusing. What was I saying? But just let me know because I don't remember which assignment it was, and it might not be necessary for you to redo it at all because not all of the assignments are going to be required to be put on your website.
Okay. And so the website's pretty much the final project with everything
Yes.
combined in it.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like in a separate, yeah, because I was curious to know how are we resubmitting all the assignments that we're supposed to redo or stuff like that. Okay.
Yep. So that's how you're going to do it. It's just going to be a digital portfolio. And because I was going to make you do or not make you, but have you do a paper portfolio, but no one uses paper anymore. And this is a business communication class. So you have to communicate in the way in which people want to be communicated with, by, to, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's why this will be the final assignment. And this will be a place that houses all of your examples of how you communicate.
Yeah, and it's a great experience. It's been really, I mean, even the last assignment with us, well, this week's assignment was us having to review each other's like LinkedIn pages or whatever. It's been a good experience, like
Well, I'm glad.
going through that exercise. Yeah, because I haven't touched those things in a very long time. So it's good to revisit them.
Yeah, and I don't think, one of the things is I don't think people realize that you communicate even when you don't intend to. Right. And so anything that you're posting or putting up is communicating some message to an audience that you may not even know exists. So I want all of the students in the class to be more intentional about what they're creating. Because even if they don't intend it to mean something, it will mean something to somebody somewhere, especially if it's going online, because anything that's online is forever. So just be mindful of those things. Are there any other questions? I chose Wix because I thought it was like really easy to navigate. They have really good tutorials. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect this week. Just ask me any questions that you have and I'm happy to do a one-on-one session with you and do a screen share or even look at it before you submit it. And let you know if you're missing something. Adriana, I hope I said your name right, or Adriana. Adriana. Yep. Adriana, did you have a question?
Yeah, this is due on Friday, right?
Yes. So what is due
Okay.
on Friday is just the base website. Again, it doesn't have to have all the content in, but it should have all of the sections or pages that are required. So I deleted it already because I went to the assignment. But I think it's like you need a picture, you need the video section, you need the blog section, you need portfolio section. All the sections should be in there, but it doesn't have to have content in all of the sections.
Okay. And then quick second question for our discussion post this week. Do we just respond to the person that reviewed our post, or do we have to respond to 2 other classmates? Like we have been.
No, you just have to respond to the one person.
Okay, I just wanted to make
who-
sure.
Yep, that's it. And so Professor Powell is who reviews your discussions. You should know that by now. And I'll make sure that she knows that you don't need to do 2 responses. You only need to do 1 this week.
Sounds good, thank you.
All right. Any other questions? I did record this section, so if you needed it, I'll post it along with the notes about not having to have all the content in the sections after. I'll probably do it tomorrow morning instead of tonight, but are there any other questions?
No, thank you so much.
So thank you very much.
Okay, fantastic. Well, good luck. I can't wait to see your one pager or your websites. And have a good night, everyone.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Keep well.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.